Congo, more like Con-gone.
Oh.
I have so many jokes for this one.
God.
This film should have been called Monkey Diamond Mine. Movies are funny because they make you say things and they make you think things that you wouldn't normally say or think. Like, for instance, would you have ever have imagined that a movie would make you say, "Look out, Homolka, monkey"?
The minute he opened his voice, or the minute he opened his mouth and I heard that voice, I was in love. I was enthralled.
Formerly of Romania, free now of the chains of Ceausescu, traveling the world, doing good.
Some spectacular voices in this movie.
Incredible.
I can't wait to talk about them.
Ernie Hudson's goes up and down. He leaves it some days and picks it up the next. It's so crazy.
I actually like Ernie Hudson a lot in this movie. I think he's good. I think he's very good. But we should say, so 2 years after the release of Jurassic Park, this film came out. And what I originally thought it was Michael Crichton saying, "Dinosaur Theme Park." You like that one, huh? How about Monkey Diamonds?
That's kind of what I was saying to Mary Rose, where I was like, Michael Crichton was like, dinosaur theme park. Wait a minute, I got another one. Monkeys and diamonds? Okay, Michael, take it easy.
King Solomon's monkeys.
That's what it was. It was Michael Crichton. He originally pitched this as like an Alan Quatermain style adventure film, starring Sean Connery as quote unquote the Great White Hunter. But he left the project when he learned that he couldn't use a real gorilla because of woke. Here's Michael Crichton talking to Sean Connery. "Sean, you're the Great White Hunter. Imagine you're lining up your shot and then pow. Take that, African man. I'll only do the film if I can use an open palm strike on a woman. Yeah, whatever. Pow, pow, pow."
Yeah, Connery would have been into this if they'd let him hit a woman, because it's just the right amount of racist for him.
Okay, you'd think that the next logical choice would be Liam Neeson. You mean to tell me I get to shoot some black bastard? No, it's
No, Liam.
No, Liam, no.
So you both have seen this before. Stefan, do you remember seeing this in the theater?
Oh, yes, absolutely I do.
You guys saw this in the theater? Fuck, that's amazing.
Yeah, the old man would take us to see movies in the theater all the time. When we were in Mississauga at this theater called the Westwood, which isn't there anymore, which is a shame. But the other theater was out in Burlington. Travis, do you remember next to the Club 54
Yes.
knockoff that they had out there?
This was the same theater that we saw Independence Day. We saw a lot of movies there.
Star Wars we saw there too.
Yeah, they did the Star Wars special editions re-release, which was fun as a kid. But I think Dad just wanted to go watch movies, and he just took us to whatever he was seeing, because Tim Curry's head getting squashed by a monkey, that is like a core memory for me. Whenever I think of Congo, I think of Tim Curry's head getting squashed by a monkey. I also should say that I'm probably not going to say ape or gorilla a lot. I'm going to say monkey because I think it's fun. It's more fun to say.
Monkey is a better sounding word.
Yeah. And I mean, the entire time I was watching this movie, every time they drug Amy to do something, I just kept picturing Mojo in my head, Pray for Mojo every time.
Mojo, what have they done to you?
This poor goddamn monkey.
The film opens with some lovely stock footage of animals on the savannah, which does not look like the Congolese rainforest, but perhaps...
They're all running away from the movie. It opens on a bunch of animals fleeing from this movie.
And you see a line of jeeps. Perhaps they're traveling towards the rainforest itself. And then the opening title comes up, and the opening title, like the actual letters, it looks like it was created in Microsoft Word to jazz up an otherwise boring essay. Or it looks like what you might find on a church bulletin board advertising a bake sale. It has the drop shadow, the glow.
It's very thematic. It's got the red, yellow, orangey letters for Africa, and it's got that blue glow of diamond laser. So it's a little on the nose. In this opening shot, though, when they're driving in the Jeeps, I was thinking, we gotta have music to let people know that we're in Africa. And I'm gonna butcher it a little bit, but it's just humming and singing and then, Africa. And they just keep repeating, Africa, Africa, Africa. Just to let you know that in case it wasn't clear, we're in Africa.
Africa. We're just a bunch of crazy Africa.
Guys and dolls. We're just a bunch of crazy guys and dolls.
This isn't a horror movie. Do you know what I mean? I think that's how this is billed sometimes, but this is not horror at all. It's like an adventure film. And the music kind of leads into that because it makes you feel like there's a big grand adventure coming, right? It's not ominous, it's very upbeat right out of the gate.
The line of Jeeps that you see driving on the savannah, they stop at a village near Mount Mukenko. They park their vehicles and then they decide to walk the remaining 225 miles. The expedition team is led by Bruce Campbell, Ash from Evil Dead.
Fuck yes.
And the team sets up camp in what looks like Southern California. Another little thing that happens here, you'll see like a nice wide vista, Congolese rainforest, volcano. We get closer, narrow in, park in Southern California.
I couldn't tell the difference.
Were you guys excited to see Bruce Campbell as the star of this movie?
I love seeing Bruce Campbell. Travis, are you going to talk about Bruce Campbell at all in this episode and why he never made it? Because it just breaks my heart every time I see him, and he just brings a smile to my face. And I'm like, why isn't he in more shit? Dude, could you imagine like a buddy cop movie with Treat Williams and Bruce Campbell? I would fucking die.
Well, that's when I jokingly said, "Were you guys excited to see Bruce Campbell as the star of this movie?" That was I'm joking, of course. You will, and the audience will know too, that he is dispensed with quite quickly. But while he's on screen, he is electric, he's magnetic, he's charismatic, his voice sounds good, he looks good. He should be the star of the movie. He should be the...
He should have been the primatologist.
The male lead.
Yeah.
Yes, he should have been
the
that.
monkeytologist.
He should have been Monkey Man, yes. We cut away from Bruce Campbell, and we see a satellite floating in orbit above Earth, and then it dissolves into this enormous radio telescope in Houston, Texas, where we hear a car alarm going off and we hear, Dr. Ross!
Dr. Ross, we've got satellite from the Congo.
We're inside this facility, and Karen, Dr. Karen Ross, who is played by Laura Linney, who, much like Bruce Campbell, deserves to be in more. I'm going to call her Laura Linney for the rest of the video. She gets a call from Charles, who is Bruce Campbell, who I'll be calling Ash, just to make things clear.
Do you know what Charles's last name is?
Yes, Charles's last name is Travis.
Aha. Okay.
That's why we're watching this movie.
They work for a place called Travicom, which is the dumbest. My name's Travis. I have a company, Travicom. The president of this company, what's his name?
Travis.
Yeah, Travis. If his son is Charles Travis, then his name must be Travis. It's the fucking...
I was trying to work that out myself. I was like, what the fuck is this guy's name? Travis.
And I don't know why Laura Linney does this, because this is my thing. She keeps referring to characters by like their first or their last name.
Yes.
She'll call Charles Travis Charles, and then she'll call whatever Joe Don Baker's character's name, his last name, call him Travis.
It's Charles.
So it gets quite confusing, and you shouldn't do that unless you're hosting a podcast. Ash and Laura Linney, they're talking over the video phone about finding it.
We should have a visual momentarily.
Said they found it.
And by it is this the location, this volcano.
7 volcanoes and he picks the right one. His luck has finally changed.
Right? And they're talking about the volcano, and they're talking about seismic activity because it's foreshadowing later on. The volcano mentioned now is a subtle foreshadowing later for when they introduce the laser beams that defeat the diamond-wheeling mutant gray apes, which is a surprise that the audience doesn't know about.
Karen,
I read you, Charles.
I found the bloody thing.
What was that?
That was about the usual. This whole place does the shimmy.
Ash then reveals angel dust.
Yeah.
What's that stuff called? He reveals the Walter White special.
It's the blue meth, yeah, from Breaking Bad.
He reveals some crystal blue persuasion, and then he says, check this shit out. And he uses the diamond dust in a laser beam that he has. He says,
Chemically flawless, blue diamond illuvia. Now, this is going to look kind of raw without a real diamond.
chemically pure blue diamond powers the laser. And I wanted to ask you guys, what is the laser? What is he doing there with it? Why does he have it? What's the point?
I got frustrated with you, Travis, because I was trying to explain to you, it doesn't power the laser. That laser tests the purity of the diamonds, and the byproduct is a laser beam.
Would you say that test came back positive?
So he says, we found chemically pure diamonds.
Yes.
This is your Johnny on-the-spot basic laser. There's no such thing as a basic laser. Or what the fuck is the thing plugged into?
His arm.
It's got a cord. Is it like there's like a gas generator? And you put the diamonds in, and it tests the purity of the diamonds to see if they could emit a laser beam.
We found the sand in a mineral stream. Jeffrey's gone off in search of the source.
I'll get Travis.
No, wait. Let me get Jeffrey. He should share in the glory.
That's what that is. That's what the test is.
Well, because he wasn't plugging it in and into anything, I thought the lasers powered it. Not lasers. I thought the diamonds powered the laser. But then I thought, oh, maybe the diamond is concentrating the beam to be a powerful laser.
Yeah, I think that's what it is, because it's for a communications satellite, right? That's the whole point. So I think the machine is testing whether or not those diamonds, because there's some kind of special boron-rich type 2 I can't remember what it is. There's one moment in this scene I wanted to talk about, and I wanted to get you guys' thoughts about it, because it's before we get to Ash Travis. Laura Linney's in the command station, and she says, 7 volcanoes, and he picked the right one. His luck is finally turning around. So how many volcanoes did he pick wrong before? Like, what the fuck does that even mean?
He must have gone to 6 other volcanoes before actually arriving at this one.
But he can't have.
Oh, I hope this is the right one.
Because he
Why
picked
are
the
there
right
not that
one
many
first.
active volcanoes in Central Africa?
I just didn't know what that meant, like what he was unlucky in before. I didn't get how that had any bearing on anything.
They use little bits of dialogue like that to just sort of smuggle in what feels like meaningful exposition, but if you think about what you just said, it's actually quite meaningless. Oh, his luck's finally starting to turn. Oh, is he an unlucky person? I guess we'll find out more about that. I guess his bad luck manifest when he's killed by monkey. So Ash demonstrates the laser, and then Ash and his buddy Jeffrey, they jump into a pond and are immediately the vectors of new parasitic, bacterial, and virological diseases.
Jump in. What? Here, I'll go first.
I'm not wading in a pond in Ontario. There's no way you're having me jump headfirst into a pond in Central Africa. What if there's an alligator in there?
What if there's one of those parasites that swims up your cock and then like...
Yeah, up your cock hole. I was thinking that too.
Nah, dude.
It's standing water too. Like running water maybe, but just a pond?
Oh, also, I just wanted to point out, because he says something like, what the fuck? Chemically pure diamond alluvium.
Yeah.
Right? Do either of you know what alluvium is?
Dirt.
It's basically a layer on the soil that appears from being dispersed by rain. So like in a sedimentary type way, like whatever a layer forms, that's the alluvium that gets pushed over by rain. Mm-hmm. So if this idiot is tracking where this diamond alluvium came from, why would he think that it came from under the water? Why would he be swimming anywhere? He would be going up higher to see where it washed down from.
Okay, that was my next question.
Yeah.
Because Jeffrey approaches Ash and says, "You got to check this out," and he's soaking wet. And then Jeffrey jumps into a pond and swims through a hole in the wall. And I was just wondering, like, what was Jeffrey doing that he discovered the hole in this wall that he needed to swim through? I guess he was swimming looking for
diamonds.
Dust.
Yeah, he's looking for the source of the water, but he's in a puddle. So it doesn't really match up that way, because you'd be looking for like where the river was coming from.
And also, I hate this in movies. Like, here, follow me. It's a layer of suspense which lasts 10 seconds. Just say, hey, I found an ancient lost city. Come this way, quick. Because if you say, come with me, no, hop in the water. No, I don't want to. It's gonna be really good. No. Okay, fine. It's the lost city of Minge. Hooray! So they go to the hole in the
Travis,
wall.
You stole my joke. I was going to use it later.
They go through the hole in the wall.
What is this? Come on.
And then we see an ancient lost city. Wow.
No, you don't see an ancient lost city. It's a statue of a monkey.
It's a monkey statue.
And a door. That's all you see.
I'm jumping ahead. Sorry.
There's one thing before you go on, Travis. There's one thing that I think is important for later, because when Ash gets off the phone with Laura Linney, she says, "Send me your coordinates," and he very quickly hangs up on her.
Give me your coordinates. Charles?
It's like he has zero patience for this phone call. He's not going to stick around.
Send me your coordinates should have been the first thing that she said.
Also,
but they can track where they are. That doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't, because the laser also has a remote. We find out later, or the satellite thing. They can just turn it on.
The laser,
so they don't have to wait for him to broadcast back either. None of it makes sense.
The laser emits a signal. That lasing device.
But then it turns off at some point. Anyway, sorry.
This is a big deal, Charles. This is a big find.
Carry on. We're through the hole. We're on the other side.
We cut back to Houston and we're introduced to Joe Don Baker.
Perfect, you say? A flawless diamond.
Who I'm going to call Mitchell.
Mitchell.
For this whole discussion. Mitchell.
Who's the puffy guy who's the big blurry sex machine?
Mitchell.
That Mitchell is one fat.
Shut your mouth.
Just talking about Mitchell.
Looks like Grendel.
I was just going to say, we also see again one other character that we brushed past, Rudy, the dude who's locked in that room with Don John Baker for the entirety of the film. And that guy deserves his flowers, because that's a shitty place to be. But carry on.
Well, yeah, because Joe Don Baker glistens like a Christmas ham. We can only assume that he smells of honey and and a body odor and sweat. So
and he also went to the Rod Steiger School of Acting. He's either talking or screaming. That's all he does.
Hey, that's walking tall here. Let's not comment on Joe Don Baker's immaculate acting, okay? He acts better than the best. That's Mitchell. God damn it! It's hard to act across from John Saxon and Martin Balsam in a made-for-TV movie. Okay, it's hard.
It's difficult. It's a challenge.
Mitchell,
heart's pounding.
Mitchell,
veins clogging.
Mitchell.
If anyone doesn't know what I'm talking about, well, if you know, you know. So Mitchell is in the communications room with Laura Linney, and he says, "A flawless diamond.
With the right laser and diamonds like that, we can dominate the communications industry overnight."
And then Laura Linney says,
Charles says a laser with a diamond like that could punch a hole in the moon.
Shh, don't say any more out here.
Hang on. They're not.
What does this company do?
They're not in the control room. He rolls up on his golf cart.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he's carrying a golf club.
In a parking lot.
Which I can only imagine. It's not a putter, so he wasn't in his office putting. It's like a wedge. So there's a golf course that he was at, or his company has a golf course, just to show you, rich.
Maybe he's using it as a cane because he ate his other cane because it looked like chocolate.
He is screaming, "Oh, pure diamond? Oh, well, we can dominate the communications industry. No, we can punch a hole through the moon." And then he says, "Keep your voice down while we're out here." Yeah. But there's nobody out there.
Don't say any more out here.
Don't say any more out here.
It's fucking empty.
I thought that was like a comedy cut because, like, he says, "Keep your voice down," and then it's like a wide shot, and it looks like an AT&T building, and there's nobody outside.
Come on, Jeffrey! Jeffrey!
We cut back to Ash versus the Evil Dead. He's outside the big monkey statue, and he's becoming restless. His buddy, Jeffrey, is nowhere to be seen. Ash then tries to eat a Hershey bar. Hershey's, is it Hershey or Hershey's? Ash tries to eat a chocolate bar, but an angry mutant ape, which you don't see because it's a surprise for later, throws Jeffrey's eyeball at him.
Well, now you're throwing stuff at me?
And then Ash screams because of Monkey.
And this brings me back to my previous point, because he was in a real hurry to get off the phone. So, we got the indication that perhaps this is an impatient man. But he was given an hour to go find Jeffrey and come back. And in this scene, he says, "Jeffrey, we have to go transmit in 10 minutes. Which means he has been sitting there waiting for Jeffrey to get his bag for at least a half an hour. So he's not an impatient person. He just fucking hates Laura Linney.
Did Jeffrey leave his bag in the temple?
Yeah, a big hairy gray dude said he'd hold it for him inside the temple. So that's where he went back to get it from.
Why didn't Bruce Campbell go in there with him?
He had to eat a chocolate bar.
Also, the way he eats his chocolate bar irritates me.
Well,
Go on.
He took a. Yeah, what?
Do you smell burning toast?
What? He took a Hershey's bar out of his back pocket in Africa.
And it stayed in one piece.
Yeah, no, that's melted. No one keeps a chocolate bar in their back pocket. And who eats a plain Hershey's?
Nobody.
Almonds, white chocolate, something, right? Just plain Hershey?
That chocolate bar is for s'mores.
I'm not buying it.
He opens it up, and rather than just take a bite out of it, he takes his dirty swamp water hand and he breaks a piece off, and then he starts eating it from his hand. Nah.
Eric, do you want to mention the gooey eyeball?
I mean, first thing I want to say is I feel attacked because I eat plain chocolate, but whatever.
That's odd, right? You don't put anything on it? You don't like...
But how do you eat it?
How do you eat it?
With your hands?
With your hands? No, if I have time, of course, if I have time, I make a delightful treat. But if I'm on the go, if I'm in Africa, I'm swimming through puddles, I gotta fucking go here.
But hang on, so let's just say you're in the city, you get on a bus, you take a chocolate bar out of your pocket. How do you eat it? Do you break bits off with your hands?
Oh, no. You peel the wrapper, you take
like a
bite.
banana.
That part is foolish.
Nobody opens a banana and then snaps a bit of the part off and then eats it. That's just asinine.
But that's how they do it in this movie, though.
Oh, he's just sinking his teeth into it.
Skin and all. The eyeball is it's a beautiful eye. It's a beautiful color.
How do you think that eyeball came out to fly at him? I like to think that the gorilla crushed Jeffrey's head so hard that the eyes popped out.
Popped it so hard.
Yeah, exactly.
So the monkey takes both fists, right? And the monkey
raises them above his head.
Raises both hands and the monkey says, "Apes are poppin'," and then clonks Jeffrey on top of the head, and his eyeballs go just like in Evil Dead 2. Okay, sorry. Moving on. Mitchell and Laura Linney, they wonder why Ash hasn't phoned back.
So where is he?
I don't know. He should have transmitted 10 minutes ago.
So they remotely turn on the video call camera.
Activate the remote.
And they see all the porters have been slaughtered by mutant gray apes, which is a surprise for later.
What in God's name?
And then they lose the signal when a monkey knocks the camera over.
Lock your remote back scan. Give me thermal readout resolved to 6-6.
Discuss.
Ook ook.
Are you ready to go ape?
When the camera goes out, we have an exposition dump. Mitchell, Joanne Baker, he needs the diamond because he needs a new cash cow.
No one knows this happened but us.
There are families that are going to have to be notified. You're going to have to tell your
We don't
wife.
know he's dead. We didn't see him.
Once this is reported, they'll close the border. They have to.
What was that thing that destroyed the camera?
Baboon.
Well, I thought it was a gorilla, but I've never...
Could have been some locals. A rival company.
Please don't go off into one of your paranoid...
I need those diamonds, Dr. Ross!
Are you for real?
It's the future.
People think they're children in the future.
This satellite is our communications cash cow. In 3 years, it'll be obsolete. I need a new cash machine. This diamond, this is it. Charles knew that. That's why I went down to that godforsaken place.
Charles went into the Congo to please you.
You had feelings for it.
I was married him, for Christ's sake.
Ash was also Mitchell's son, and Laura Linney was almost married to Ash.
Mm-hmm.
So Mitchell tells Laura Linney, you need to go down there.
You're going to have to go down there, Dr. Ross.
You're good in the field. You were good in Panama.
Now, once you're local, that laser's power pack should give off a readable signal. Ready. We're gonna have to find some expedition that's already going. Take it over.
And you need to use the laser's power pack to track it and find it. And you have to go now because if they do an investigation into all this murder and mayhem and death, they're going to close the border so you can't get in and find the laser diamonds.
So there's a couple things that happen here. When the gorillas kill the porters, Laura Linney's like, oh, they look like a gorilla to me. Mitchell says, no, it might have been locals or a rival company. And Laura Linney says, oh, don't be paranoid. Like, that's probably way more likely, right? That they got killed by locals or somebody else rather than gorillas. Like, Laura Linney's the paranoid one. But there's a bit here that I wrote down. When he says that, he's like, you got to go to Africa because they're going to close the border because I need these diamonds to power a satellite so that I can dominate the telecommunications industry. Laura Linney says to Mitchell, what are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
And he says,
There's no time.
there's no time. And that is our little, he's talking to the audience. Don't ask questions. There's no time.
Holy fuck. I'm sorry, but can you imagine fucking Sean Connery as Alan Quatermain wearing a pith helmet, polishing one of those
Big
Elmer
elephant
Fudd
gun.
elephant guns, as
elephant guns,
Jodan Baker's talking about diamond space lasers?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? There's no time. I gotta start using that.
I don't think I've ever had, and I mean, maybe that's a testament to the conversations that Jodan Baker has, but I've never had anyone say that to me.
What are you talking about?
I've never had anyone look at me and go, what are you talking about? So I would never have the opportunity to say, there's no time! Just go!
That's got to be a great way to answer that question. What are you talking about? I don't have time to explain.
There's no time. Let's go.
No time.
I don't have time to tell you.
Once we let on what's happened, Zaire will shut the border. You hire people when you get down there.
Good people. No, never mind. I'll have some waiting.
I have some dialogue written down here.
Find out what happened to Charles.
Tell me you love your son. I do.
I do.
And that's why you're sending me.
It is.
It is.
One thing I do want to say is I don't necessarily know if they understand how door codes work throughout this whole thing because they keep talking about how Mitchell keeps having Rudy change the code. And he must be getting he must be running out of codes because when he hits the keypad, he just hits four times. And then he says something. I can't
Rudy,
remember.
Rudy. That's like the new audio door code command.
Rudy.
So it's 4444 Rudy, which is not great security. But then later on in this scene, Laura Linney's trying to get out of there because Jodan Baker's going fucking apeshit.
Charles. I'll get help.
You can't get out. Had the code changed.
He's going ape.
He's going ape for the deals.
He's going
on
bananas.
Diamonds. And she can't leave because she doesn't know the code to the inside door. So you have to have another code to get out of this room.
Only she had a hearing aid.
Which is insane.
Yeah, once they open that safe, they'll have everything they need to stop the Batman.
The Batman.
We transition to...
Hey, face.
Face.
All right. But if I have one moment when I think otherwise, I will make you sorry.
We transition to Berkeley, California, where we are introduced to Amy.
Okay. What's Amy's favorite color? Green, that's right.
Which is someone in a gorilla costume, and the human Muppet hybrid of Steve Gutenberg.
Amy! Hey, you!
And then there's another lab assistant who is in charge of sleeping with Amy.
She had a great night.
Did you recognize the assistant?
Did you guys want to... No, go ahead.
He's from True Lies. He's the undercover guy that they send in with the camera crew. There's no joke there.
I don't know his name, but yeah. He's just that guy.
But yeah, he's in charge of sleeping with Amy and making sure that...
she's happy.
Yeah. Satisfied.
I got the sense that everyone was sleeping with Amy in that. I felt like it was a scientific
Tickle
trouble.
Amy.
Tickle me. Yes, I know, right?
From the inside.
Oh, no.
Oh, Richard. Better clean her up.
I said that Amy is a person in a gorilla costume. That's like the outside of the film reality. In the movie's reality, Amy is a gorilla that knows sign language
and is equipped with a machine.
She's got a power glove.
Yeah, she has the Nintendo Power Glove on.
When we started out, it was so simple. Communication. That's what separated human from animal.
So Muppet Gutenberg, he's giving an incredibly condescending lecture about communication.
And for those humans who had a physical impairment which inhibited speech, sign language. Then came virtual reality. Sensors, at first cumbersome, worn like clothing, could read and replicate the body's movements.
He has created a power glove to turn like the haptic nature of sign language into regular verbal communication.
Our subject today, William, was born without the organs of speech. Isn't that right, William?
That is absolutely right.
Which negates the need for sign language at all. Unless you're deaf, because if you're deaf and you can't hear, you need those hand signs. This angers me so much because
I didn't even fucking think about that. God damn it!
But like the whole talk, it puts this preference over verbal communication. It props up humans as these special creatures who are special by virtue of being able to speak. And they say it would be so great if animals could talk, because as we know, animals have no unique ways of communicating with each other.
This is exactly...
It's insulting.
It's funny because, I've been listening to that Ricky Gervais podcast, and Carl Pilkington is always comparing other animals to humans and saying that they're not as evolved as us. And Ricky was always saying, no, they're as evolved as they need to be. You always think of it in terms of comparing them to us. Just because a slug can't talk doesn't mean that it's more or less evolved. And obviously, we have to make it speak English. It's not going to speak any other language.
And it gets a personalized voice. Whereas the guy that they show, who is born, a human man who is born without the organs of speech, I think is how he puts it, which is fucking weird.
This is the first time I have ever heard my own voice.
That guy just gets a Stephen Hawking voice. But Amy, the gorilla, gets a fully personalized voice.
Yeah, she gets a Disney voice. I want to talk about that dude in the video that he shows during his lecture. That dude has some great facial expressions.
Is this the man who is flabbergasted when he hears the sound of his own voice, which is a computer voice? It's not his voice. It's not the sound of his own voice.
It's not his voice, but he really sells it. He emotes brilliantly.
Yeah.
The Steve Gutenberg character, this lecture, his life's work is so condescending. It implies that people who can't speak are deficient in some way, okay? But thankfully, they can all be easily managed by always wearing a 35-pound Nintendo Power Glove, which translates sign language into actual sounds which are not useful to someone who is deaf.
And with this new technology, I can demonstrate it in a way in which it has never been possible to demonstrate it before. Animals can talk. Amy, could you come down here, please?
Like Steve Gutenberg isn't wearing a device that... He's not wearing a robotic arm that, as he speaks, delivers sign language.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, he still has to sign to Amy.
Yeah.
And then Amy has to sign back.
Hello, Amy.
Peter. Hello, Peter.
And if you can sign, and you can teach, like, another creature to sign back to you, then what's the purpose of the talking?
That's the amazing thing.
That's actually the amazing bit.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's for the service of everyone else.
No, because once you add in the talking, it's like, hey, I've taught a gorilla how to sign, and they can sign back. It's like, oh, well, that's good and all, but when do you make them normal? Well, when we can hear their voice, of course. Like that must have been very insulting for anybody. I don't think deaf people would want to watch this movie.
Yeah, it's pretty shallow. And I think like the in-movie context is like, okay, that monkey or that gorilla can sign, but like, does it really understand or is it just memorizing? And he's saying like, by allowing it to actually, us to hear the thoughts and the words, we can show that Amy understands the context and is having a nuanced conversation.
She brings flowers for Peter, and then she points at her mouth, and she's like, oh, Amy wants lunch.
Amy wants lunch.
And then she's holding a little teddy bear and cradling it like a baby. And I'm just thinking, like, would all those people in the audience, like, really have not a clue what Amy is thinking without her saying it?
What do you think she's doing?
She's, like, cradling a baby, kissing it. What do you think she means?
And the one thing is the sign that she uses over and over for Peter, she just taps her arm. I don't think that's the sign for Peter.
In sign language, you do give people a sign for their name. It usually, like, that's given to you by other people within your community. Rather than like finger spelling out the letters of your name each time.
That makes sense.
This also, just a quick thing here, just so we're all aware, Coco the gorilla could not communicate with sign language. Her caregiver, Francine Patterson, just filled in the blanks. So Coco was responding like a dog would when you say sit. Oh, when I sit, I get treat. Coco would say like food, food, food. And then her handler would say, oh, Coco's saying, do you want to eat with me? Because you can actually watch Coco sign, and there's no grammar. The Coco does not understand.
This is a talking gorilla, Moira. This gorilla is talking.
I know, boy.
But this is really happening.
But that's not what I wanted to actually talk about, because as as Amy is on the stage talking to the Steve Gutenberg Muppet, there's people in the audience, and they're all thinking, is that guy fucking that gorilla?
100%.
Peter, so big. Peter.
I love, one of my favorite parts of this scene is, what are their names? I wrote them down. Moira and Boyd.
This isn't Mr. Ed.
I know it's not Mr. Ed.
Those two random characters whose names we learn in the audience and then never see again. So good.
They must have cut that scene.
They got big like Margot and Todd from Christmas Vacation energy. Moira, that monkey is talking.
How can we make money off of this?
Yeah, exactly. How can we?
Oh, we can't.
I wanted to ask you about this, Travis.
Yep, go ahead.
When you see the stage, when you see the Gutenberg Muppet on stage giving his speech, it's like decorated with Amy's art. But then they've also got a map of Africa and then like a picture that's like zoomed in that says Virunga, which is the region of the Congo where we eventually go. And I love like thinking about the choices that were made on set that day of like what needs to be behind him to put this within the world of the movie.
I've taught a gorilla to paint her dreams. I've taught a gorilla to sign. I have a machine that can convert sign language into talking. Can you make a gorilla talk with it? Absolutely, I can. There's so much amazing stuff that Amy can do. It doesn't matter.
See, with this device, all we need to do is capture gorillas, right? Get them to not eat our faces. Teach them sign language, and then we can have them talk to us with the machine. You've already done the hard part of capturing the gorilla and teaching it sign language.
No, I wanted to talk about this because, throughout the whole movie, this gorilla is she's just there. And like, don't get me wrong, I understand the point is that we like the gorilla, but is it really smart to go to sleep with a gorilla next to you?
No, dude.
Especially one that's prone to like nightmares?
Yeah.
Like, I don't think that this is good.
Amy! Like, do you have any idea how strong a gorilla is? Like, yeah, even if it's hanging out with a gorilla, sleeping with a gorilla? Nah. Yeah.
Fucking a gorilla? It's all bold.
No.
No. Travis, before you go on, we got to talk about Steve Guttenberg's outfit because it's ridiculous. I don't like. It's actually
that tie.
His tie and his khaki pants and like his blue shirt. It's actually perfect for like what a pseudo hip Berkeley professor might think is cool, but it's actually not. Like it's a stunning example of like realism. Like even his hair, like he's styled so perfectly for somebody of this time period, which I'm assuming is when the movie was made, like the mid to late 90s.
Set in 95, I think, was when it was written.
In the audience of this demonstration, we see Tim Curry.
Fuck yes.
He has an evil enchanted gold ring with an eye.
What kind of ring?
The eye looks like
what kind of ring?
Let's make a bet.
What kind of bet?
Johnny, don't.
What kind of monkey?
What kind of bet?
I'll bet on a monkey. I'll fight a monkey.
What kind of diamond?
I got my monkey diamond when I was in the Congo.
You'll never guess where I got this ring.
Ha
You're never gonna guess where I got this mutated monkey, Tim Curry.
I got these shoes when I was on a cruise when I was in international waters.
So Amy wakes up from an evil gray mutant ape nightmare.
It's happened before. Gorillas in captivity, degenerating mentally, having to be destroyed. It's the jungle. She's been painting the jungle.
I don't know, Peter.
She wants to go home.
Gutenberg realizes that Amy longs for the jungle. So Gutenberg then goes to the dean, who is played by James Karen.
Leak? Hell no. These things were made by the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers.
And he says, pay me to send the gorilla back to Africa so she can teach other apes to sign for a few hours before they rip her limb from limb.
I taught her, now she can teach them.
Who?
The mountain gorillas.
Oh, please. Making you what, Dr. Doolittle?
And the dean says, no one will pay for that expedition.
I will pay. I will pay for Amy to go home.
I'm not going to say his name. I will not accept that privilege. But Tim Curry steps up and he says, I'll pay for expedition.
Formerly of Romania, free now of the chains of Ceausescu, traveling the world, doing good.
He has a bizarre accent. I think he's from the same planet as Tommy Wiseau.
What a story, Mark.
But what is Tim Curry's character's name?
Tim Curry is Herkimer Homolka, formerly of Romania.
And who are you, sir?
Herkimer Homolka.
And he is going to pay to take small, hairy man back to the jungle.
And monkey can come too. So, does anyone want to comment on, should we just leave the name Homolka as is, or should we say something?
No, we can leave it as Homolka. This is on my mind now, and I want to bring it up before I forget it, because we still have yet to meet some characters. But I'm thinking about, because Michael Crichton also did Jurassic Park, right? Who would you say was the main character of Jurassic Park?
The T-Rex.
Or was there not one?
It's Dr. Alan Grant.
It's Sam Neill, right? Because he's the one with like the parental
Yeah.
thing and like wanting to,
Yes.
like he's the one we're with. I don't know who our main character is in this movie. And I do get that, like in Jurassic Park, it's an ensemble cast and everybody's got like their business, right? But in this one, I don't know who the main character is because I don't know what the objective of the movie is. It's like to get to the place. They all want to get there, but I don't know who I'm supposed to be emotionally attached to in this movie. You would think it was Laura Linney because she's going to presumably save somebody's life. At least in her mind.
I don't know. That's a very good question. I mean, I think the movie presents it like Amy.
Or
I would say that Amy, and then by proxy, it's Gutenberg.
But Gutenberg is an asshole.
Yeah, he sucks.
It's either Amy or it's Laura Linney. I'm leaning towards Laura Linney because she's more in control of like what is happening to her and to like the party of people rather than Amy. Amy's things are beyond her control.
Yeah, that's fair.
My vote for main character is Tim Curry playing Luca Magnotta, formerly of Romania.
The lost city of Din.
I only have one suitcase, and it's full of small Chinese boys.
How many of these Chinese do we have to smuggle into Virunga?
You need a transporter to get this monkey back. I normally do Chinese, but
Jason Statham is monkey transporter.
Also, as a primatologist, doesn't he understand that he can't just take this ape that's been living in California back to Africa and just leave it there?
Good luck.
A Romanian philanthropist?
Herkimer Homolka.
Something's voodoo.
Richard, I don't think it's penetrated. We're taking Amy home.
Like, that's not gonna work.
No.
Well, that's why I said like Amy would like be like Amy, primate Amy.
Amy, good
And then
gorilla.
the other silverback gorillas just rip her arms out of the sockets.
Me, jungle.
She's really excited.
Steve Gutenberg, Amy, Homolka, and then the lab assistant. I don't have the name, but I'll just call him Amy's fuck toy.
Richard.
They arrive at
His
the
name's Dick.
airport and they meet Laura Linney.
Professor Karen Ross?
Professor Peter Elliott.
Have you gotten my faxes, FedExes, and phone calls?
I'm sorry, you're the one.
Yes, I'm the one.
We've been putting together a rather hasty expedition.
To the Congo, the talking gorilla.
She and her team hitch a ride after volunteering to pay for gas.
I am unable to pay for the fuel.
Fuel?
I'll pay for the fuel.
Well, not. I'll pay for it. How much is the fuel?
You need me, Dr. Elliott.
The plane taxis down the runway, and the pilot is Jimmy Buffett.
There is zero paperwork that takes place between Homolka showing up randomly. We never understand where he came from. He shows up, he says, I will pay, and no one says anything except, cool, thank you, and then they pack their bags.
Herkimer should have been watching. This should have been a big deal. It should have been on TV, and it should have been on the news where he's likely to see it. The idea that he's going around to primatologist conventions to accidentally stumble upon an ape that paints an eye that matches his ring is absurd.
And then maybe Peter is, he's filling out like paperwork for grants because he wants to get Amy back and he can't get any traction on it. And then this guy steps in and says, I will finance your little trip.
And who's letting a gorilla on a plane? Like even a private plane.
Well, the other thing too is it's made out like...
they've gone ape. Maybe they've lost their mind and gone totally bananas.
Maybe. God damn it, Travis. Amy says that she's 7.
Amy, 7.
7 is fully mature for a gorilla, to my understanding. Yet Peter still picks her up. So he is obviously superhumanly strong. So he is actually a superhero.
He has that robin strength.
Yes, he's very strong like a robin.
He's very strong.
He swooped in like a robin, at the speed of a robin.
R. What's that stand for?
Oh, I was going to say, Eric, that 7, you said they're not going to have a monkey on the plane. Well, maybe they spent a lot of money. What kind of money would you need? I mean, you'd have to be a gorillionaire.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
So, Gutenberg and Laura Linney, they get off to a rough start, okay? Amy is jealous of Laura Linney and calls her ugly.
Yeah.
He wants Gutenberg to fuck her and her only.
Is that animal dangerous?
Don't perpetuate a myth.
What myth?
The King Kong myth, the myth of the killer ape.
Well, are you so certain there aren't some kind of gorillas that kill?
Oh, please, Doctor, you can't be serious.
They discuss the myth of the man-eating gorilla, which is subtle foreshadowing for later when they're surprised to see gray mutant apes and space lasers.
It's also subtle foreshadowing for how much Michael Crichton does not fuck with gorillas. He has like huge beef with gorillas through this whole thing. He's constantly throwing subtle shade at them. Everyone cares about gorillas. No one cares about people. Gorillas are so fucking stupid. You're lucky you have that gorilla or you wouldn't get across the border.
Yeah.
I can't believe this dude fucks that gorilla. Like, there's just so much weird gorilla hate in this that I don't quite
And when
understand.
they're talking to the captain later on in Africa, when he's like, my men don't want to be seen harming a gorilla.
Everybody in my country is so afraid of being seen in an American movie being cruel to a gorilla. This is the crazy world we live in.
That's how crazy this world is. Like, he really has some moments of like...
He lays it on.
Like, this bullshit with the gorillas. Fuck the gorillas.
Gorilla.
He cracks his knuckles. Time to write. God, I fucking hate gorillas.
But yeah, Homolka also has this line where he's talking about the myth of the killer ape. Reminds me of the myth of Karla Homolka killing her sister. There's also a myth that she went through an operation and changed her voice to sound like a Romanian. But there's no truth to this rumor.
There's a really funny line. Like it's not even funny, but he's just like,
the notion of the killer ape may be politically incorrect.
The myth of the killer gorilla is not politically correct. It's like, I don't know if that's 100% accurate, sir. I don't think it's politically incorrect to talk about killer gorillas.
Fucking woke ruined everything. It ruined Disney Plus, and now it ruined killer gorillas.
Well, we're speaking of politically incorrect. Let me tell you my thoughts on Israel. That's what is happening in this movie.
I thought you were going to say, speaking of politically incorrect, Bill Maher is also gorilla. Shaved white gorilla.
Don't give that piece of shit that much credit.
Amy wants green drop drink.
Steve Gutenberg makes Amy a martini.
In a martini glass?
Yes.
Why would he give it to her in a martini glass?
With olives.
Like Amy gives a shit.
Well, I think the olives are the only thing that she wants. I feel like that's kind of animal cruelty. He's like feeding this gorilla booze. She just wants the olives.
Are you serving that ape a martini?
She's allowed one. It'll calm her down.
She says she wants a green drop drink. That's the olive. And he's just like, yeah, let's get her like liquor.
Also, they sort of abandon Steve Gutenberg like signing to her.
Mm-hmm.
Steve Gutenberg's just like, oh, put your seatbelt on. Look, I'm putting my seatbelt on. At no point does he give her any signs. She just speaks English.
That evening, Steve Gutenberg. By the way, it's not Steve Gutenberg. It just looks like the Muppet version of him. Okay, so
who is it? What's his actual name?
I don't know. It looks like he has button eyes. It looks like he's like a wax figurine of somebody.
I'm gonna look it up just once for posterity.
Okay, you look it up. Gutenberg and Laura Linney, they have a heart-to-heart on what their goals and aspirations are.
Why teach an ape to talk?
Why teach it all? Why teach anything to anyone?
I repeat, why teach an ape to talk?
No practical reason. Why are you going to Africa?
Find something I lost?
Gutenberg says that he taught Amy to talk for no reason, and Linney is looking for someone or something that's lost. Thrilling.
His name is Dylan Walsh. To your point, none of this conversation makes sense. They're just speaking in quotes. Like, no one actually talks the way that they do in this scene. Very kind of pedantic, cryptically speaking to one another.
Laura Linney has a great line where she's like, why teach a gorilla to talk? And he's like, well, why teach anybody how to do anything? Why do anything at all? And she's like, no, yeah, but why did you teach a gorilla how to talk? He's like, well, I was trying to, find a cure for loneliness.
But then she says, did you find the cure for loneliness? And he says something like, oh, I don't know. And then she says for the third time, like, can you please just listen to what I'm saying? Why did you teach the gorilla to talk? And he's like, huh. And then she says, and then it cross dissolves. Ooh, scene's over.
But that's a moment for our characters to learn about each other. This is like in a regular movie. Why did you teach Amy how to talk? Oh, there's some emotional reason. I was never able to connect with people. Whatever, I couldn't find humanity in my fucking other professors at school or my students, and I'm trying to find it with Amy. And it's like, oh, well, I'm trying to reconnect with my former fiance, and I'm trying to find...
Who's also a gorilla.
I'm trying to find a way to love people again because I left the CIA because they were a bunch of bastards, and my current boss is a bastard, and I thought that my ex-husband was a whatever. And they could have been connected thematically that way. But instead, we get nothing.
Filmmaking is all about making decisions, and every decision was wrong. We dissolve from this scene over into a new shot, the savannah, and we see a giraffe. We must be in Africa. They took a note from the Roland Emmerich's School of Lazy Filmmaking because the airport establishing shot, the text that is superimposed says Central Africa.
Oh, I didn't even catch that this time.
They knew we'd be watching this.
Yeah, they did. They did it for us.
Joey Pants meets the team on the tarmac.
Dr. Russ!
Hello?
Eddie Ventro. Mr. Travis asked me to meet your plane, set up your expedition.
Her expedition? She's just along for the ride.
Whatever.
And he introduces himself as his temporary liaison, because Mitchell...
Hey, hi, Mitchell.
Go about your business. Hey, Mitchell.
...has all the gear there waiting for him.
Oh!
Eddie Ventro. This monkey's a whore. Yeah,
Eddie Cifaretto shows up.
He takes that talking gorilla in stride. No one in this movie bats an eye when Amy does anything.
You want to sell that gorilla?
No, I do not.
Worth a lot of money.
How much? Mr. Homolka, I can't believe you'd even
I'm
ask
just
that.
curious.
He's like, how much would you... He's like, would you sell that gorilla? I can get 25 grand for it. And Amy's like, I want more martini. And he's like, a talking gorilla.
Whoa, a talking gorilla.
Oh, like he doesn't even act shocked.
Now, Joey Pants isn't their guide, okay? And neither is whoever Gutenberg hired.
Excuse me, but we'd already arranged for a guide, Robertson Reynolds.
Yeah, I fired him.
You what?
Robertson Reynolds, a bird watcher.
I hired Robertson Reynolds.
You would. You go in there with Robertson Reynolds and you're coming out somebody's bowel movements.
Instead, they have Ernie Hudson. Ernie Hudson has the same accent as Julianne Moore in The Big Lebowski.
Vagina.
Oh, yeah?
Sorry, while they're talking about being eaten alive on their expedition, in the background, there was an attempted presidential assassination. You see like a couple of red velvet ropes and a car explode. So the country that they've landed in, the country of Central Africa, is in turmoil. The rebels have tried to kill the president.
The laziness really comes out here. Like, and I think, as Travis, as you like to put it, the lack of curiosity. Because I think they were just like, okay, it's a tin pot dictator situation. How do we make that clear? It's like a car parked in the middle of an airport with 6 feet of red carpet rolled out next to it.
I don't get what this is for, right? Like, as far as the movie's concerned, what does the political unrest have to do with their goal other than it's a small stumbling block for them?
That's it. It's a small stumbling block.
Travis, you know who I thought Monroe Kelly sounded like? I want to... Do you remember...
Do you mean Ernie Hudson, Ghostbuster?
Yeah, Ernie Hudson, Ghostbuster.
Get in the back.
What about our equipment?
Leave it to Eddie. I would hurry. I really would.
Come on,
Is this normal?
We'll get in the truck.
His accent reminded me of McCleary's from Remo Williams.
McCleary?
I'll make it easy for you. The black guy in Remo Williams.
Oh,
you fucking racist. You hear an Irish name and you're like, who's McCleary? Oh, the black guy. There was a bit where he's like, didn't I tell you? We don't use that bang bang stuff anymore. Your mind and your body become your weapon. That sounded exactly like Ernie Hudson in this movie. I kind of wanted to talk like Ernie Hudson for this whole podcast because it's so fucking epic.
Lava tube.
He has like a really wonderful sense of like status. Like he's very confident. He's very heroic.
I hope you folks have lots of money.
We do.
That is the Sean Connery character, right? Ernie Hudson is playing the character that was written with Sean Connery in mind, which I love because Sean Connery probably hated that shit.
Monroe Kelly, I'm your great white hunter for this trip, though I happen to be black.
Yeah, he's really wonderful. The voice throws me off, I will say, but he always acts like he already knows everything. I was thinking that through the whole thing. Like he's always talking as though he already knows the answer.
Did his voice throw you off in a good way or a bad way? Because when I first watched it, I was like, dude, what are you doing?
In a good way.
And then the more I watch it, the more I keep wanting to hear him talk.
Yeah, he's amazing. I know, I liked it a lot. It was an interesting choice. And I mean, I'm sure there were some people that were like, what the fuck are you doing?
Also, his whole outfit, Travis, you have to know that the old man loved every bit of it. The safari getup,
the pockets,
the pockets on everything.
Lots of pockets in the pants.
He has the 1911 on his side. He's wearing a GMT, like his whole, and he's smoking like the long thin cigars.
When he hijacks that truck too, I love how he interacts with the driver. Run away now, run away! And the guy just runs off.
Good transition. Ernie Hudson hijacks a camo-covered truck. He then tells Joey Pants he needs a DC-3.
Get me a DC-3. Right. That grass strip south of Kikamo. Get a strip down including this from the company.
Right.
They need to move quick and get out of this scene before anything exciting happens. Ernie Hudson formally introduces himself to Laura Linney as their black great white hunter after giving Amy the gorilla a cigar.
Amy, don't inhale.
And he says things are pretty bad in the Congo right now.
Things are pretty bad in the Congo right now.
We heard.
Also, Ernie Hudson and Homolka might have history because he looks familiar to him.
Don't I know you? Perhaps.
And more also, Gutenberg learns that Laura Linney has ulterior motives.
Nobody's cover. Cover for what?
I don't know, and she won't tell you.
Who can be trusted? But more importantly, will the monkey wear roller skates and sort of zip around while smoking the cigar?
So Homolka wants to find the City of Diamonds. Ernie Hudson.
Well, hold on, wait. We don't know that yet. So far, all we know is that Homolka is the rich benefactor to Gutenberg, who's hired Ernie Hudson.
We know that he's after something to do with his ring.
Yes.
Ernie Hudson is there to protect Laura Linney. He's not there to protect Steve Gutenberg, and he's not there to protect Homolka. He's only there to protect Linney. Linney has sort of taken control of this expedition to find Bruce Campbell. But Steve Gutenberg, he doesn't know what's going on. He might as well not be there. He doesn't help them. He doesn't really get them into trouble. Him and Amy are just there. It irritates me because the whole movie is supposed to be about like... Actually, no, never mind. I don't know what the movie's about. I guess this is the movie.
What the hell are you talking about? Monkey diamonds. We know what it's about.
They just kind of get shuffled off to the side. Like, I know what you're saying, Steph. It's not even like they make a big deal about not knowing what's going on or like trying to reassert themselves. They just kind of get pushed aside for a little while.
Yeah, but we don't come back to them for a thing or a purpose, you know? Also, Michael Crichton seems to have an issue with scientists. Because Ernie Hudson's got that line.
Yeah.
You're some kind of criminal, aren't you?
Aren't we all?
I'm not a criminal, I'm a scientist.
Scientist?
I run a few guns. You scientists destroy the world.
Yeah, I wrote that down
What do
too.
you mean
Yeah.
destroy the world?
Well, and like there's a little bit of context for this
Michael
one.
Crichton's enemy list. Scientists. 2. Monkeys.
He sold this story before he wrote it. So he got advanced $1.5 million to make this movie based on this book before he wrote it. So he was under like a huge crunch to get
That's
this
his
done.
rate.
Speaking of crunch, one of the monkeys takes a big rock and just squashes Tim Curry's head.
That's what you get for not hailing to the chimp.
But see, yeah, that $1.5 million that he got for writing it matters. Because now, the next thing that he writes, he'll get another 1.5 mil. even if he does a bad job.
I don't care about it, but it's not good behavior.
The truck drives for a bit before stopping in Central California, and our team is discovered by whatever interim government there is here in Africa.
I have an issue with this sequence from Continuity Land. If you watch it back, the truck never has a top. The truck never has a top until one brief moment where it cuts to it driving through what looks like a market in Africa, in like an African village, this big market in a city or whatever.
Yeah.
And in that scene, the truck has a top over the front, over the
I'm
driver.
insulted that you think that whatever area was, you think that that's a city in Africa?
Well, I didn't know if it was a village, if it was a city. Who knows? It could be a marketplace. We have those here in Hamilton that look like that. Outdoor, open air market.
You just saw people at like a little flea market thing and soldiers and guns, and you're like, oh, that must be an African city. I take umbrage with this.
I was listening to a lot of Warren Zevon. Anyways, the truck does not have a top.
Laura Linney, Homolka, Ernie Hudson, and others. They meet with... Sorry, they're captured, right?
There's a revolt.
That's not my fault. Where's my gorilla?
And then those three, they meet with Captain Wanta.
Captain Wanta.
You have our visas. You have our manifest. This is a legitimate scientific mission. You have no right to detain us.
Liar, liar, your pants on fire.
Who is prohibiting them from... going on their quote-unquote scientific mission. He offers them sesame cake.
Have some coffee and cake.
He asks for money. He then asks for more money.
You need the truck. You also need 10 good men to the border. More.
He then tells Homolka to stop eating his sesame cake.
Stop eating my sesame cake!
He calls Homolka a bag of shit.
Bag of shit.
He staples his money bag closed, and then they use the money to purchase their freedom, and then the scene's over and they leave.
Who's the actor that plays the captain? Because I've seen him in other stuff.
I know, he's so good.
This is my next point.
You should shake this rat from off of your neck. He owes money to everybody everywhere he goes.
His name is Delroy Lindo. And I wanted to ask do you think that he and other black actors were uncomfortable doing an African accent? Because that guy was born in England, raised in Toronto, trained at the American Conservatory Theater in San Francisco, and he's performed on Broadway. And then he's like, I'm going to hire you. Give me one of those African accents. Yeah, you're a warlord.
So I was actually talking to Mary Rose about this, and it feels like that white directors want to hear this voice, but they don't want anybody to think that they're being like racially insensitive. So they hire black people to put on the voice. It just feels like when white people say the N-word and it's like, oh, they found a way. They know how to do it now. It's like, well, I can just get a black guy, an English black guy that lives in America to do this African voice. It's a weird thing. I don't know if I'm explaining it properly. Do you guys get what I mean?
Yes, I understand exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's like the cheat code to do something insensitive.
Exactly.
They've tried to discover some kind of cheat code, yeah.
We've cracked the code.
In the scene prior to this, there's another example of either Crichton's distrust or dislike of educated people or of scientists, because the little wiener dude, Richard, the assistant, Peter's assistant, when they're being interrogated, he says this is Kafka-esque.
Who's Kafka? Tell me!
No one says that. No one talks like that.
Well, then the guard says, who is Kafka? Tell me.
Yeah, which is like a little stupid throwaway joke. And I don't know if that was Crichton or if it was the film, but it's just like another example of people not talking like human beings. And then this whole scene with the stereotypical like African warlord guy, he's listening to like that, that immediately recognizable string music in a house with like all these trappings of wealth and stuff. And it's just this like very baseline kind of understanding or thought process of like, what would this guy be like? Like, remember, who's the guy from Independence Day 4 that we loved?
Oh, Treat Williams.
He has the visions. No. Anyways, that guy was like a better example
Brent Spiner.
of this, but still not a good one.
Do you mean Brent Spiner?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Brent Spiner. But either way, it's just very lazy.
Also, I don't understand, like, they really try and make Homolka look like a bad guy.
Yeah.
Like, the captain calls him a bag of shit. He's like, he owes money to everybody. It's like, so what? He's not a bad guy, really. But the movie needed a bad guy they needed.
Yeah, it's weird.
They needed like the double agent type of guy. Like they needed the Paul Reiser character in Aliens. You know, the guy that's part of the team, but he's not really working with the team. He's got
company man.
He's just like a low rate, opportunist.
I know what you mean. This is cinematic shorthand, because what you would expect in a better movie, of course, is like, how do I create a scenario in which the Homolka character reveals to the other characters that he might not be fully trustworthy? Too tough. How about some guy just says he's a bag of shit? You save yourself a lot of energy having to figure out a way to like make these characters and like develop them and make you feel certain ways about them cinematically. You can bypass all that and just give Delroy Lindo the best line in the movie, which is, put down my sesame cake.
Yeah, stop eating my sesame cake.
Stop eating my sesame cake!
That guy, incredible. Especially because he knows Homolka's there, offers them sesame cake, and says, now don't eat that.
And but first he forces them to eat it. He yells at them to eat the cake. And then the power move is telling Homolka to spit it out and put it back on the plate. To your point, like about him being a bag of shit, there's a moment we're going to get to in a bit where they talk about one of his previous expeditions.
Mr. Homolka here was part of a disastrous expedition about, 5 years ago? 3 members of his safari died from exposure.
And how some people were, something happens, but then 4 of them got shot. And he says it was a suicide.
It was an appalling suicide.
So the implication is that he shot them.
Yes.
Make a bigger deal of that. That's how you solve this problem.
Or have Homolka, at some point kill somebody. Or he steals, he knows Laura Linney's using a tracking device, and he takes the tracking device. And then nobody knows what happened to it, but he's got it. And then, 3/4 of the way through, Homolka steals Amy because he wants Amy to show him where the city that she came from is. And then he make him the bad guy. But while we're in this scene with the captain goes to, he shakes Monroe's, Ernie Hudson's hand, and then he shakes Laura Linney's hand, and then he goes in to kiss it, and then Laura Linney pulls her hand away. I thought that was class. That was a nice little...
Laura Linney fucking rules, dude. She's so awesome. Going back a moment to what you were talking about, like the whole adventuring thing about developing the Homolka character, and I can't help but think of Indiana Jones because of the tenuous connection to to Alan Quatermain. But in a different movie, Homolka would be leading the different search party, following Laura Linney and Gutenberg, right? And if you have 2 different parties competing for the same goal, they can make it difficult for the other party. But it's just everybody is part of the same team. They may or may not be trustworthy. Homolka may or may not have killed somebody. In the movie, Homolka may or may not have killed somebody. In real life, Homolka definitely killed
Definitely
somebody.
killed a few people.
But then, as you guys say, as the movie progresses, he never pulls a gun out on anybody. He never betrays anybody. He actually just wants those monkey diamonds. So I actually end up feeling very bad for Homolka in the end of it.
Yeah, when he dies...
I feel bad for Homolka in the movie. I do not feel bad for real life Homolka.
No, Homolka did great for herself when she got out. She had her degree.
Oh yeah, total girl boss.
Slay queen.
Brat Summer for Carla Homolka.
It's Brat. She's very demure, Carla Homolka.
But Homolka should have had that moment like in Aliens with Paul Reiser when he escapes and then he closes the door behind him.
Yes.
And he won't open the door for Ripley and then there's an alien hiding and he dies. Homolka should have had his diamonds at the end and he escapes through a passageway and then he closes it and he says fuck you. Yeah. And then there's a gorilla in there that kills him. But I mean, through the whole movie, he's done nothing really to cause distrust from any of us.
And the way that this is done really well with everyone's favorite, Benny in The Mummy. This is the Benny character of this movie, but without any of the trappings that make that a good character.
Brendan Fraser in The Mummy. The Mummy, eh? More like the daddy. The team travels across the border of Tanzania on their way to Zaire and arrive at their plane, which looks like the same plane from this island Earth.
Kudos to them for using names of countries in Africa.
Oh, I had to pause it because they say it rather quickly. They don't put it on screen because they're like, fuck it.
Are we in Zaire?
Tanzania.
Just say it. Say a name. Move on. Or else you're going on the enemy list of Michael Crichton. I got a number 3 slot here open for you.
Global warming's on there somewhere.
Oh, he's a climate change denier? Great. Good guy.
Yeah, he fucking sucked. Michael, it's good that he's dead. This is my favorite scene in the movie, and I don't know if you guys can guess why, but it's one of the inconsistencies in film that I find so delightful.
Well, they hired an additional writer to punch up the scene. They hired Mars Callahan, And he said, I got an idea for this scene.
I can tell you what you need in this scene.
You're saying that because you and me are friends, you're saying that makes us...
Before we get to that moment, the team is loading up the plane, and the Tanzanian crew assume correctly that Gutenberg is fucking the gorilla.
Somehow I think this is at my expense.
You're right.
Ernie Hudson accuses Homolka of looking for the lost city of gold. Sorry, the lost city of Minge. Or Zinj.
Please, I would prefer you not to...
They were looking for a city called Zinj. Unfortunately, it doesn't exist.
It does exist.
Fine.
And the last expedition he was on was disastrous. And Homolka is so angry at Ernie Hudson that he almost calls Ernie Hudson the N-word.
Shut up, you filthy...
Filthy what?
Filmmakers just can't help themselves.
I want to talk about...
Go ahead,
Eric.
Steph. God damn it. All right, I'll be quick. This part doesn't track for me because Ernie Hudson says, he's talking about the last expedition, and I don't know if this is what you were going to say too, Steph, but he talks about how, if I remember correctly, he had to be carried out of the jungle by me. So it's like, oh, so you've known him the whole time.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
And Mr. Homolka here had to be carried out of the jungle by, as I remember it, me.
What? But he said in the truck, like, you look familiar.
Exactly. Which
Didn't
why?
I save you from a search party?
Weren't you the only person that survived the last expedition and I had to carry you out of the jungle
Weren't
myself?
you the only bug-eyed Romanian that I carried out on my back? Also, when Homolka almost calls him the N-word, Ernie Hudson says what? And never in my life have I been able to hear every single letter of a word as when he says, call me a what?
Well, luckily, Frank Marshall showed a little bit of restraint, but like, what is it with all these white filmmakers like, I want to use it so badly. Can I just say it once? I'll have somebody else say it.
He'll almost say it.
Yes, I think that this is to serve the purpose we were talking about before. I think this is done expressly to make us not like Karla Homolka and Herkimer Homolka. Because there's no lead up to this that suggests that he would do this.
No.
Right? You don't get the sense that he's like a racist dude at all throughout this entire story until this
That's
moment.
another way you could have made him a bad guy.
Yeah.
But you could have had him, Ernie Hudson hands him something. And he takes it, and then he like has to wipe his hands off or something.
Exactly.
But yeah, some directors want to have women naked. He's like, don't worry, you're only going to show your back to the camera. You're not going to show the tits.
But the front goes to me.
The front goes to me. It's like, well, let's just have him say, that's all I need.
Get as close as you can.
Easy, Mars. Easy.
That's what I said.
That's what I just said. I said Nick.
We still haven't talked about why this is my favorite scene yet.
Sorry, is your reasoning for why this is your favorite scene, does it have anything to do with Joey Pants reemerging?
It has everything to do with Eddie Ventro emerging from the plane.
Okay.
Courtesy of Eddie Ventro.
Eddie. My favorite part.
I love this part too, but you go first. Why do you love this part, Eric?
Because it's funny that he would already be in there and no one acknowledged. Like, why is he in the plane? He said he stays in the hotel. He doesn't come out here. And he does say, like, I'm never going back to that country because everyone's gone bananas. But it just makes me laugh that they're in the middle of a scene and they say something. It's like he was waiting in the wings for his moment. Like they're going to say something about all this gear and then I can emerge and say, it's because of me.
Can I describe the moment too? Essentially what happens with Joey Pants. He steps out and says, got everything you need? Yeah. Okay, see ya. And then he's gone. He leaves the movie.
Everyone knows who we're talking about when we say Joey Pants, right?
Yeah, he's the gentleman from Baby's Day Out.
Yeah.
What is his name, though?
Joey Pantaloons.
Joey Pantaloons, yeah.
Joe Pantaleone.
Full name Joseph Pantaloons.
That's it. Yeah.
He was,
okay.
as you said earlier, Cypher from The Matrix.
But most famously, Ralph Cifaretto. The star.
Did you know that Amy the gorilla had a 30-pound mole removed from her ass?
The implication being that she was so large that she could have a mole that size.
Johnny, I get it.
Well, look at the bright side. Wasn't that smart to begin with? Come on, it's a tense situation. A little fucking levity, huh?
The border to Zaire is closed.
If the border to Zaire is shut, how do we get across?
Luck.
The military, the Zaire military rather, fires rockets at the plane.
Oh, no.
Ernie Hudson then roofies Amy.
Why does he have roofies, by the way?
It cuts to Nigel Thornberry as the pilot.
Give her one of my forget-me-nots. I won't be needing them on this expedition. I feel Laura Linney is too sharp.
We skipped past the first sing-along section.
Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Oh yeah!
Which I actually thought was quite delightful. Every time they do this in the movie, I thought
they're
it was
doing
fun.
their rendition from the Torah.
Yeah.
Oye, oy vey, oy vey.
Okay, so let me go back to this the exciting plane sequence, because it's absolute pandemonium.
Banandemonium.
The Zaire military is firing rockets at their plane.
Can we make it to Bondo?
I don't know. That last one was the heat seeker. We're done.
Laura Linney takes out a flare gun.
What are you doing?
Step aside, please.
And I know that what she's doing is she's using the heat of the flare gun to confuse and disable the tracking of the heat-seeking missiles so they explode at a safe distance. But what it looks like is Laura Linney just fucking no-scope shooting missiles out of the sky.
Yeah, it's pretty badass.
Heat seekers. That's pretty advanced technology for a bunch of half-ass mountain boys.
Heat seeker, Dylan. It's pretty sophisticated for a bunch of half-ass mountain boys. I guess they're getting better equipped every day.
And this scene contains like gay icons, those two pilots. I don't know if you guys picked up on this, but like the one guy's got the strongest mustache I've ever seen.
Leather daddy vibes for sure.
Yeah, Nigel Thornberry.
How does he know it's a heat seeker?
I don't know.
That last one almost hit us. It must be tracking our heat signature.
Oh, good point. Yeah, because if they didn't say that's a heat seeker, then Laura Linney wouldn't have known to use those flares. So then the plane would have been shot out of the sky.
And how did Laura Linney hear them?
And no one yelled out Fox 4 or
also,
nothing.
I bungled the line. It's
Fox Force 5.
The line is taken out with the heat seeker. It's pretty sophisticated for a bunch of half-ass mountain boys.
Hey, Arnold's here.
Also, at one point, where did the pilots go?
Oh, they left.
How though?
Maybe they had other plans.
Did they jump out like the front door of the plane?
Yeah,
like there's
They rolled the window down, and then they hopped out, leaving the child locks on. So yeah, everybody needs to parachute out because the pilots are gone, and there's no one that can fly the plane.
Why are they putting on parachutes? Figure it out.
So they all parachute out. And Ernie Hudson jumps out of the plane with Amy wrapped around him.
This isn't gonna work.
Oh, yes, it is.
She might get hurt. I can't risk it.
Which is the funniest looking thing I've ever seen in my life.
When Herkimer gets to the door of the plane, he's like, push me.
Push me, please.
And they go to push him, but he's still fighting the door. He's like, out of please. It's just great. Like, you're going to have to actually push me out of this plane. I'm not asking for help.
The sequences are pretty well done when they jump out of the plane, but Peter's dive double has the worst wig I've ever seen. If you go back and watch it, watch the cut.
And the diving stunt double couldn't help himself, eh? Like, he had to do like a jump and a flip and a twist.
Yeah.
These guys just have too much fun.
Like a badass.
It's like, no, this guy has never jumped out of a plane before. Oh, so you do like a backflip out of it?
The team leaps out of the plane over Zaire, presumably, and they land comfortably in Central California.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, Gutenberg says he wants to call off the expedition.
Look, I'm sorry, but we're going to have to call this off.
I beg your pardon?
I know when I'm in over my head, I'm not James Bond.
After they're already well within the Congolese rainforest, and the plane just exploded. Now he's like, you know what? I don't feel like doing this anymore. I think Amy really likes it back in Berkeley, and I do too. I'd like to leave now, please. Where's the return flight? I've just only now realized how fucking dangerous all this is. We should have put Amy in a crate and then airdropped it. Good luck. Look out! Radioactive monkeys have infiltrated the recording studio.
Give orange me.
Get your paws off me,
Orange, give
damn
me.
dirty
Orange,
ape.
give me you.